Just had a nice little chat with the fellow that I passed. I don't know what he was driving, but I passed him and he was like, holy shit, that was a Vespa. Anyway, he was here at the park. Came over and spoke. He has a Vespa. He was fascinated with all the craziness. Anyway, I gave him a sticker, told him to check my channel out. So if you're watching, thank you. Next move is Indian, dude, Bing, I don't know. Oh, something. Oh, the Indian something in Durango, and I'm supposed to fill up gas there, and that is 96 miles. Yeah, I think we're just gonna take 550 all the way down to Durango. So this is gonna take us through Ouray and the $1 Million Highway, which will probably be packed. Hooray! Hooray! '74 to Durango. I think there's a campground up the top of this hill here that I've scoped out before on maps. (7 to 8% grades. All right. This is steep. I'm going full throttle. It's pretty. Very popular. Yeah, this is nice. Also a lot of rock. Yeah. Let's go. I believe it's slow enough I can open my helmet visor. So nice. Little yellow Lamborghini. Oh, look at that cool waterfall. Yeah, this is like going to the Sun Road in Glacier or something. Just about. Not quite as high. There's the Alpine Loop. Engineer Mountain Road. We're all stuck behind a box van, so looks like it's going to be a 27-mile-per-hour cruise. That's okay. I'm just glad I'm behind scooters and not a train of minivans. Not that there's anything wrong with minivans. There he goes. He's letting us over. Wow, that's impressive. That would be a foot peg. I mean a side stand. Scraping. Guy in front of me is just like pushing. Go, go. Nice. climbing an elevation 99,000 or 9,900 feet. It's all the power she's got. Here's a real switchback. Thank you. That's awesome. Nice of that person to pull over. I got a whole train of Vespas behind me. Another guy let us over. 11,000 feet. Woohoo! We're coming up on the turnoff for Ophir Pass, which would be that way. We're crisscrossing another Trans-America Trail coordinate, and yeah, so we had stayed in Silverton after an epic day on the Engineer Pass, and all that stuff. But we ended up crossing Ophir Pass. That was the turnoff right there, actually. And it was awesome. Challenging, but awesome. All right, we're rolling down to Silverton now. That one's a little choppy there. Not such a good job braking on that one. We're about to pull into the magic town of Silverton. Oh man. We're actually not going to go through town. Silverton is to the left here. That was a good ride. Silverton. Alright, so if you haven't seen the series, here's what happened in Silverton. We left Marshall Pass over by Salida, It was, I can't remember what day it was. But we rode over through Silverton. So we started off, left camp from Marshall Pass in the morning and followed the Trans-America Trail. We stopped at Sargent's and topped up gas, and then over to Lake City. At Lake City we had a little bite to eat for lunch, and we voted on whether we were going to do Cinnamon Pass or Engineer Pass, and Angelo got outvoted and we did Engineer Pass. And Engineer Pass was awesome. There were 2 times where we had to get off and push the little Hondas up because they didn't have enough power, which was kind of hard, but it wasn't that bad. And then, you know, once we made it to the top, it was cool and everything. And then we kept going forward, and a little bit later we got to California Pass, and it was so steep that we couldn't ride up it. This is all part of the Alpine Loop, by the way, but we couldn't ride up. We didn't have the power. We couldn't push it up because it was too freaking steep and heavy. So we ended up, we were like, what are we gonna do? So people came by in a pickup truck and we threw our luggage in with them, and they're like, we'll haul it up to the top. We're like, cool. So then without our luggage, we were able to barely push those bikes up to the top, and it sucks. Like that. The air was real thin, out of breath, and we were just exhausted. It was like so hard. And then we got to the top of California Pass, and we couldn't see our bags. There was nothing there. We thought they were going to drop them at the top. We were like, oh shit, that's all of our stuff. You know, clothes, camping gear, everything. All of Angelo's electronics, all of his footage. He had a laptop. Anyway, then it started to rain, and and not just rain, but like looked stormy. And it was in the afternoon, and like by this time it was probably about 4 o'clock. And most of the locals come down from the mountain about then because they know that storms pop up. So we were like, shit. And so Steve was with us on his DR650. He's like, well, I'll just drive ahead, and maybe I can find them, and I don't know, find them. And then we're like, okay, cool. So I'm trying to remember how this happened. Oh, we were, Angelo and I kept going, and it was hard, and it was raining, and it was cold, and it was like black clouds around and stuff, and at some point another group of people, a couple, and another like truck or something came by. I think they were in a 4Runner, and they were like, what are y'all doing? And we were like, we told them the story. They're like, oh, wait, I remember the story now. We saw another couple come up in a truck, and they stopped, and they were like, hey, are you the guys that gave the people your luggage? They were like, yes. Where are they? And they're like, they dropped them at the bottom of the trail. He's like, we'll take you to it. Follow us. So we followed this couple down, and
they took us down, and actually it wasn't even the trail that we would have been riding on. It was the turnoff and went down into Silverton. And so we followed them down into Silverton, and at the very end of the trail was all of our stuff right there, packed up. So that was a lucky day for us. So then we rode into Silverton to get a hotel room, and like nothing was available, nothing everywhere. So there was like one final hotel to try, and so we rode over to it, and they had one room available, and it was like a weird room. It had like 2 bedrooms or something, I can't remember. We're like, we'll take it. And so we're standing there in the lobby of the hotel, which was also a gas station, and it had been hours, by the way. And we're standing there, and Steve comes walking in, covered in dirt, wet. He had ridden the whole way to this road, to the $1 million highway, and then ridden down just like I did into Silverton. He came out where it said Alpine Loop, and rode all the way down in the rain, I think. So anyway, he walked in, he's like, "What the hell are you guys doing here?" We're like, "Hey man, we got the last room, you're with us." So we got this little room, and it had 3 beds. It had like a twin, or it wasn't a queen, it had like a twin and 2 singles. And so that was it. And then we went out and had pizza and beer, and we've been friends ever since with that guy. This is Durango. I'm supposed to find something. I can't remember what it is now. Is that it? Diamond Shamrock. We're doing a rally. I missed my turn. All right, just had a gas stop at Durango. I didn't really need it, only had a half tank.
I'm a little confused by my own notes. I thought I had a checkpoint in Durango, but my note said gas in Durango, then go to the checkpoint. But I didn't really need that much gas, so anyway, I did what it said. So I'm back filled up, and I'm back on the route, I think. Gotta be. Yeah. If you're in a town in Colorado, you can't go 5 seconds without seeing a Subaru. I love Subarus. We own one. I want another one. But look, 1, 2, 3 at the same stop sign. There's one right there. Another one.